Rather than large, welcome back to 99Sport. My name is Cossy, and player power at Manchester United is taking the biggest headline today. So United 17 players are reportedly not happy. They are very, very unhappy with Ragnick, and there could be an exodus. Around 12 players could be leaving, but also some players, especially players dubbed senior players in the squad, would love Ragnick to leave. We're going to be discussing that. What exactly is happening at Manchester United? What is the fiasco about? Raf has been here for only 4 weeks. He has only been at Manchester United for 4 weeks, and the players want him out. They feel like it's not going to be working. It's not working out. He's not the man to take the project further forward. Make sure to smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get to the content because it's interesting. It's quite interesting. So this is an article that's been written by the Mirror, and they put together a piece trying to highlight all the problems, all the fiasco that's going around at Manchester United. We're going to speak a couple of things: player power, and whether Ragnick is actually, making life harder at Manchester United, and what Manchester United fans think. We'll get into that a little bit later. Right. So this is the article. Ragnick lands. 17 Manchester United stars want out as Pogba and Edson Cavani lead exodus. Ragnick inherited a bloated and disjointed Wow, that's so strong. It's a bloated and disjointed Manchester United side. I think here you would then highlight that that phrase, bloated and disjointed Manchester United team from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in November 2021, shortly after his predecessor was relieved of his duties. And then they continue and say Ragnick is facing an exodus of mass proportion at Manchester United, with 17 players unhappy and wanting to leave. I think again another term you've got to think about highlighting here is an exodus. Actually, a phrase. It's a full phrase. An exodus of mass proportion. I mean, if you say an exodus of mass proportion, that is really exaggerating. The situation. And 17 players want to leave, but if you look at those 17 players, and we'll get down into the article, the players that United can work without, and that's why I think this is a little bit really exaggerated by the Mirror, because we know with the Mirror that is what they do. They do exaggerate things. So they're saying that the German inherited a bloated and disjointed team from Solskjaer in November, shortly after the predecessor was relieved of his duties. So far, Ragnick has struggled to restore harmony at Old Trafford, and a huge number of unhappy first team starters are looking to leave this month, at the very least, at the end of the season. Many of the 17 are under contract and will not be allowed to leave Manchester United on their terms, but there is still expected to be high-profile departures at United over the next 8 months. And of course, they're asking you for your say here, and I would love to get your opinion there. Is Ragnick the right man for Manchester United? So they are saying that United, they're saying, as revealed by Mirror Sport, Ragnick is aware of the cliques that have opened up at Manchester United, which has led to divisions in the dressing room. I think this is quite huge as well. Divisions in the dressing room. I think it's quite huge, and I'm gonna say, these divisions, are they created by Ragnick, or are they created by the era that came before Ragnick? That is the big question. Ragnick has held meetings with players and is doing his best to bring the squad together, but has so far been unable to change the minds of individuals. The Mirror reported 11 players have made it clear they want to leave the Old Trafford within the coming months, and now the Daily Mail claim 6 more have jumped on the bandwagon. A total of 13 players are known to want to leave, including, and this is where the point of discussion is, 17 players want to leave Manchester United, first team starters. But then let's look at the names of these players. Right, let's start off with Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Aiton Cavani, Juan Mata, Donny van der Beek, Dean Anderson, Eric Bailey, Phil Jones, Nemanja Matic, Diogo Dalot, Axel Tunzebe, who'll be joining Napoli, and Nemanja Matic. I think this is an opportunity. I'm absolutely I'm absolutely very optimistic when I say this. I'm not a United fan, but I think this is an opportunity by the Mirror and outlets out there to get views of Manchester United, but also to escalate further, this fiasco that I don't think is at that level. Because if you just look at the names that have been mentioned as players that are first team starters, really, let's go back there. Let's go back to that page. Let's look at it again. Anthony Martial was to leave Manchester United with Ralf Ragnick. Oh no. Paul Pogba, we know his time at United is over. That much we know. At this point in time, he will be leaving the club. As a free agent in the summer, if they can do their best, is to sell him in January. Yes, Lingard, his contract is running down. It's entirely not on Ralf Ragnick. Edson Cavani, again, Cavani has been a starter for United, yes, but if you look at Cavani, he's been getting the game time under Ralf Ragnick, and I don't think Cavani has a future at Manchester United anyway. Juan Mata is the same story, doesn't have a future at Manchester United. Donny van der Beek, not being played under Ralf, who's not being played under was not being playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Dean Anderson, I think it's the better thing to do to play David De Gea, who's really, really good. So you can't play Dean Anderson. I don't think he's comparing to Manchester United's first team goalkeeper at the moment. Eric Bailey, Phil Jones. How dare you say Phil Jones? How dare you mention Phil Jones as having, as being one of the key players, in an exodus? Because they're definitely going to leave. He's definitely going to leave. Nemanja Matic, his time is up is up as well. Diogo Dalot, how many games has he not played? In a Manchester United chart, so many, absolutely so many. Axel Tuanzebe as well, and then Nemanja Matic. Look, I think with Manchester United and the fan base, because the fan base is backing Ralf Ragnick. The view in the fan base is that these players are a little bit lazy. Actually, they are very, very lazy, and that's why they're not picking up on what the manager is trying to tell them. Now, if you look at that article by the Mirror, it shows that players are really underwhelmed by Ralf Ragnick, and they are questioning whether he's the right manager at the club. If you think about it, through and through, who is right, who is wrong, that is the problem. I think the problem is United and the foundation is trying to look at who is right, who is wrong, and that is not how you run as an institution. That is not how you run as a club with a structure. I think that is the problem. Trying to find someone to blame, trying to find someone you put a blame onto. Players blaming the manager, and our fans backing the manager, but then blaming the players. You're absolutely getting broken. Right, you're absolutely getting broken. We've seen a couple of incidences of player power this year, especially Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang right from last year, Romelu Lukaku Chelsea, and now 17 Manchester United players coming out because again, it's the players. They need they play the football. The club runs around them, and they're coming out and expressing themselves. It's not good enough. They feel like it's not good enough. They feel like Ralf Ragnick is not good enough. So the question is, if you look at this United side, outside, on paper, there are very, very interesting players there. You have Sancho, you have Bruno, you have Ronaldo, you have De Gea, you have Maguire, Lindelof, Bissaka, and Shaw. There's some interesting players. But if you look at the 17 players that really want to leave, they're deadwood. They're absolutely deadwood. And the Mirror should be absolutely ashamed of themselves because it's so misleading. It's absolutely very, very misleading. Yes, the situation at Manchester United at the moment is not really looking good, very good. But it is not on Ralf Ragnick. It's absolutely not on Ralph Ragnick. I say I said before, he's teaching something that is gonna take time to learn, and he's teaching something very, very difficult. But it is not on Ralph. Ralph Ragnick is not the reason as to why we're having these divisions and cliques at Manchester United. It's not that. The morale could be down, everything could be done, but it's not on the manager. And the players trying to exercise player power, I think it's so wrong at this moment. It's absolutely very, very wrong. Absolutely so wrong. Because you look at how many games have they lost under Ralph Ragnick? I think it's only one game. Only one game. They've drawn 2 as well, and I think they've won 2. It's not bad. The way it looks on the pitch is absolutely awful. Very, very bad. But honestly, players coming out and picking on the manager, players that have not been playing football regularly, did they expect a new manager to come in and give them game time without working for it? Is that the mindset? I think they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. But honestly, I think United, what United should do at the moment, they should stop the blame game. Players on the manager and fans on the players. It's not helping. They just need that kind of, they need that kind of consensus. They need the unity, and I think that's the way they move forward. But anyway, share with me what you think about this, chaos at Manchester United, and smash a like on the video as well.